everybody, welcome to my channel. How y'all doing today? This is Miss V here doing her final video on spiritual growth. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about my spiritual growth as a grandmother. So let's get started. So if you've been following my channel, I'll give you a little background. I am a grandmother of 5. I have 2 girls and 3 boys. And their ages are 13, 11, 3, 1, and let me redo that. 13, 11, 3, 2, and now I have a 1-week-old grandbaby. So I have 2 daughters. My oldest daughter has 3 children. She has a 13, 11, and a 3-year-old. And my youngest daughter, Erica, she has 2. And her children are 2. Well, Amaya will be 3 December the 10th, and she just had a baby last week. So those are my 5 grandchildren. So as y'all know, if you've been watching my series, I became a mother at a young age, at the ripened age of 15. Yes, 15. I said it. 15. I know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all right. It's all right. So quite naturally, if I became a mother that young, naturally I would become a grandmother that young. So I became a grandmother at the age of 34. Yes. So I really don't, it's just like with motherhood. I mean, there's no rules to it. It's just life as it is. But spiritually, I have grown. You know, I want the best for my grandchildren just like I want the best for my children. So I have them to treat them as such. But I do feel like I am a little more lenient on my grandkids than I am on my children. I know y'all heard that. I think a lot of us do it without knowing. But, you know, I still expect them to be respectful and, you know, have manners and everything. But some things that I let them get away with, I probably wouldn't let my children get away with. Well, yeah, pretty much. But anyway, I still try to teach them right. So my grandson, he's 11 years old. And he told me one day, I think he was like 8 when he said this. 7 or 8. He said they call me Granny. The 3 older ones call me Granny. And Maya call me G, which I like G better. I tried to get the older one call me G, but they didn't got so used to Granny. So, whatever. Okay, I'm Granny. I'm G Granny. But anyway, so he told me, he said, Granny, when I go my, I guess he thought he was doing something. I guess he forgot who he was talking to too. They gonna try you just like your children. He said, when I go to my other grandmama's house, I talk back to her. I said, you talk back? I said, what you mean you talk back? He said, I talk back to her. I said, well, why did you do that? He said, because she let me. I said, so why don't you talk back to me? He said, because you won't let me. I said, okay. Got that much sense. I said, okay, this is what I want you to do. You are not to talk back to your grandmother just because she lets you. That is not the right thing to do. I said, she's older than you. She's your elder. You are to do whatever she tell you to do. Unless it's something that you feel just is not right, then you need to talk to your father when you go over his house. And he was looking at me like, dog, wait, I told her that. So every time I see him, I ask him, you know, I just got to go by his word, y'all. I got to believe that he telling me the truth. I said, have you been minding your grandmother and not talking back? Yes, ma'am. So, you know, just because I'm a cool grandmama, you can't just say whatever you want to me. No, you're not going to talk back to your grandmother. No. And a lot of people think a lot of that stuff is cute. Like when they're younger, talking, they just young. Okay, if they're young being disrespectful, they're just going to grow up to... That you're going to be old and disrespectful. Though I tell my children, how long you going to keep saying she just a baby? He just a baby. No. It's a pattern. And once they learn it, they have it. So you need to stop it as soon as it gets started. That's what my mama used to tell me. I let some stuff get out of hand when I was young, but I ain't know no better because I was young. I grew up with my daughter, so I ain't know. But now that I know better, I'm stopping it. I can't control what he do when he's not around me, but when he's around me, yes, ma'am. Gonna greet my grandchildren when they walk in the house, and me and my husband or whoever sitting in the living room, speak when you come through the door. Don't just go in the refrigerator. Ask for what you want, you know, stuff like that. I can only ask for respect while they're around me. I try to teach them to be respectful when they're not around me, but I can't worry about that. Anyway, I just had to recite that surrender prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I keep looking over there because sometimes I be forgetting the words is over there on the wall. But anyway, so yeah. But as a grandmother, I have grown spiritually in a lot of ways. You know, I just, at some point, I mean, just like my children, I had to give them tough love too. You know, I like my oldest granddaughter, Kyra. She probably watching this video. Hey, Kyra, I love you. She thinks she's slick, but she ain't. Like I tell them, I've been 13 before. I already know y'all ain't fooling nobody. She want to give you 100 reasons why she didn't do something. Kyra, why you ain't clean your room? Well, my mama said such. Why you ain't clean your room? Well, why you ain't clean your room? Well, why didn't you clean your room? That ain't no excuse. And I had to get on her about lying. Like I tell them, tell the truth. Do not worry about the consequences. Because 9 times out of 10, you probably not going to get in trouble for telling the truth. So I try to tell them in that way. But she still will lie. I can kind of tell when she lying. Because she give you too much information when she lying. I mean, I ain't going to uphold my children or grandchildren they wrong. If they wrong, like I tell my husband, I already know. I already know they did it. Yes, she needs to stop doing such and such, but okay. I tell them, I already know this. I know this stuff. So you don't need to keep talking about it. You already said, okay, I didn't realize it. You already know I'm not going to uphold them. So I realize she needs to stop doing such and such, or he needs to. Yes, like I was saying, yes, I'm going to be that grandmother that's going that you can talk to, but you're going to know, you know, you're not going to be able to get over on this grandmother, you know, because I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded, but I'm not going to uphold you in your wrong. Because I want my grandchildren to be good, productive citizens. And that's just it. I mean, but spiritually, I have to realize that they have their path in life they're going to have to take. I can only do so much to help guide them in the right direction. But at the end of the day, I got to give them back to God. That's all I can do. That's my spiritual growth as far as my grandchildren. You know, when they get in situations, you know, I just had to give it to God and let him handle it and quit trying to, you know, handle everything. So just like with my children. So my spiritual growth as a grandmother is pretty much the same. So I got 5 grandchildren, I said. So I got 5 different things I want. Well, 4 because the little 1-week-old baby, he ain't developed no personality yet. So I need y'all to help me pray for my grandchildren. My 13-year-old, Kyra, she has what you call a, I'm not going to say line. I'm going to say a fabricating spirit on her. We're going to pray and get that spirit off her. My 11-year-old, Xavier, the one who I told you talks back to his grandmother, he got like a bullying spirit on him. He think he's slick, but he ain't. I watch him too, and my daughter tells me stuff he do. So he got like a bullying spirit on him. He's sort of like a follower. So we're going to pray that spirit off him. And my 3-year-old, Jonah, that's the one my daughter had the heart attack with when she had him. He has, I'm going to say he has a entitlement spirit. If you tell him no, he think he can just jump up and down and holler and he's supposed to get it. We're going to pray that spirit off him because no means no. The Bible said let your no mean no and your yes mean yes. No. And 2-year-old little Maya, she is selfish. We're going to pray that spirit off her. And I'm going to ask y'all to pray for my little 1-week-old Tristan because he hadn't developed his little personality yet. But them the prayers I'm going to ask for my grandchildren. And y'all continue to pray for Miss V. But yeah, spiritually, I have grown a lot. Yeah, I have grown as far as having patience too with my grandchildren. But you know, it's a different kind of love with your grandchildren. I can't explain it. If you're a grandmother, you know what I'm saying. So it's a different type of love. I'm not going to say it's a better love than that what you have with your children, but it's a different type of love. So in my spirituality, I have grown to just learn to give them back to God and just know that he's going to cover them and he's going to keep them protected, you know, and not to worry about them so much. But yeah. But pretty much that's it with those spirits on them. That's the main thing. I want to pray those spirits off of them. But yeah. And my grandchildren, they probably like my children, people, they think when you a Christian, when you love God, you just, you know, just gonna believe in it and everything they say, you know, like, I'm thinking to myself, no. I don't think that's how it went. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish your story. Yeah, they think we accept anything as Christians. Like, you can just tell me anything. Like, if Kyra get in trouble in school, And I say, Carol, what did you do? Nothing. I said, Carol, what did you do? Knowing she did something, because I know her. She be right here in my house and I see her do something and I ask her what she did and she'll say no. So right there, you already developing a pattern, see? So I'm already going to not believe you when you go to the school. Even if you didn't do nothing at school, just the fact that you lied to me right then, I'm going to be thinking you lied to me when you go to school. That's the problem with lying, people. Just tell the truth. But anyway, that's my spiritual growth as a grandmother. I didn't want to make this video real long. But yeah, I have grown and I'm continuing to grow. He continually working on me as a mother, a grandmother, a wife, a friend, a co-worker, a neighbor, auntie. I just wanted to show y'all and tell y'all about my growth thus far. He's continually working on me. It's a work in progress to the day you die, pretty much. Because you're going to have different phases in your life. Like my grandchildren going to grow up to be adults. And I pray that I be here to see them as adults. And so, you know, my spirituality going to change. But at this point right now, I think I'm pretty much open-minded. I give them a chance. I'm really focused on them just telling the truth, like if they get in trouble. But other than that, I love being a grandmother. I mean, they sweet in their own little way. They fun to be around. Carol, she kind of hyper. You have to, you know what to do with each grandchild. So pretty much I try not to have, well, I probably never will have all 5 of them at the same time. But I tried, if I had the oldest one, I had the oldest one. If I have the younger one, I don't have like one of them at one time. But anyway, so that's just how I do. But by me, my work schedule and stuff, my grandchildren, they know, they don't have some good memories of their grandmama. Your grandmama might not have made it to all your games, Xavier, but you knew she was coming to at least a couple of them. Because guess what? Because your grandmama at work. Because your grandmama working, trying to better her life. So she can be there financially if y'all need me. So, anyway, that's my growth as a grandmother. Pretty much my growth is, to sum it up, is I'm being a little more open-minded. I am giving them tough love like I gave my children. And I try to guide them, you know, as best as I can. According to the Bible, I do the best I can. Do I follow it 100%? No. Do anybody? Probably not. But anyway, I have grown spiritually. So I'm open-minded. More open-minded, yeah. And I never have overheld them. So that's really not part of the growth, but that's a good point to make. I don't uphold my children or grandchildren. Is it hard to admit or know that they capable of doing certain things? Yeah. But it's so much better if you just go ahead and realize that they probably did do it. That way you won't be so heartbroken when you find out that they did do it. But anyway, this Miss V, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off because I can talk all day about these grandchildren. Or mine. But anyway, remember to pray. We're going to pray that fabricating spirit off my 13-year-old. That bullying spirit off my 11-year-old. That entitlement spirit off my 3-year-old. And that selfish spirit off my 4-year-old. We're going to continue to pray for the little baby, little Tristan that just got here. And please pray for the grandmama, G-mama, Granny, G, and Miss V. We all 3 of them, same thing. G, I'm just like the Trinity. G, Granny, and Miss V. We all one person. But anyway, this Miss V. I'm going to continue to show you love and encourage you. And I'm going to help you save on some of the things you need to get some of the things you want. Thank you and have a nice day.